Hey, what's going on, everybody? Um, I shot an interview with a masseuse, which ended up coming out great, but I ended up trying a new platform. I ended up trying the Riverside platform. I was seeing the commercials all the time, and I said, you know what, let me just give it a shot. And needless to say, it was nothing like I expected it to be. The video, I mean, when I got it from them, it was like everything was echoed. She was saying everything twice, and it was just not a good experience at all. And then when I reached out to them about the issue, they were not able to do anything, and then they said, "Well, I have to do this and this and that." And I ended up having to try to do everything on my own, try to sync the video and the sound together. And so when you see the video, when you see the interview, it's going to be slightly kiltered off a little bit, give that karate effect, like karate movies from back in the day where the mouth moves a little bit and the sound is a little bit off. But hopefully you guys can forgive this one. And as you know, as you can tell, I'll be going back to Zoom and going to my normal uh, platform for doing the interviews, at least until I find something better. But I will probably do a whole lot more practicing the next time because it came out fine when I did the interview, but when I actually heard the recording is when I heard all of the issues. So, needless to say, I'll be going back to Zoom and doing the things my normal way and make it a lot more simpler and be able to at least have everything on track for you guys. Well, without further ado, we're going to get into the interview. And again, apologize to you guys, and hopefully you guys can still get this the information from this interview because it was a great interview. She had a lot of great information. You just have to excuse the little bit off kilter of the video, her video and the sound. Mine is fine, but her video and sound is going to be a little bit off. So, without further ado, here's the interview with Bichelle Harrison, masseuse. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Weapon Age All-in-One podcast. They have a special guest here for you today, but before you can get started, just make sure if you're on YouTube, you hit that subscribe button. If you're on Spotify, Apple, or any other platform, just make sure you hit the follow button. And today, we have us a very good guest, a longtime friend of mine, and one of the best masseuses in all of New Jersey, if not the best. I don't want to go over. But but to start off, she's the founder of the It Girl Massage Therapy in Montclair, New Jersey. She's a graduate of the National Massage Therapy Institute, the NCBTMB School. She has attended the Steiner Training Academy at the Steiner Maritime Division in London, where she became certified in anything I say wrong, be sure to correct me. Elemis Deep Tissue Massage, Elemis Aroma Spa Seaweed Treatment, Body Sculpting Cellulite, Aroma Stone Therapy, Bamboo Massage, Colon Therapy,
You
Thai.
can just say a bunch of modalities.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to do it like that. But she also
Because there's
completed.
more than what's listed.
Yeah, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. And now she'll actually get into it and she'll explain to you guys what some of this is. And introducing Bichelle Harrison. Glad to have you aboard.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. It's good to be
Start-
here.
Oh man, that was such a pleasure to have you. I mean, we've gone back a long ways. I said since I started doing the podcast, I have to get her on so she can explain to everyone the benefits of taking care of yourself. So going in that direction, what made you want to become a massage therapist?
Well, actually, I didn't know it was a gift. I fell back on it. I attended Seton Hall University for psychology for about 3 years. And my field was in psychology, working with people, getting to understand them. That was something I originally had within me that I didn't know was defined. So I just chose a major that was more synonymous with the way that I already think and process things. So when we began to massage was, okay, so I was at Seton Hall University in my sophomore year. They made all of us like pay everything up front. So now I had to pay like $33,000 upfront, even though from a freshman, we cleared ourselves, like we can enroll in the next semester if we clear ourselves the following year. So I got through. No, it happened in my junior year. That was the first time. So I made it through my junior year. I somehow coughed up the money in order to enroll into the junior year. Senior year, I really struggled, and it was my last year. So I exhausted all of my resources, everything that I had. Being a college student, a lot of us don't have much and can't really rely on our parents to do everything because maybe they don't have much.
Right.
So then I was working two jobs in the psychology field, and I did all that I could do. And so after that, I dropped out of school. My last year, I actually went to the dean first to see if they can grandfather me in because they see that like my account was clear and all of that, but they were being really strict about it. And so a lot of like people dropped out that year. So what I did was that massage was a lot cheaper. It was either that or real estate for me because I was always interested in both fields. But because I was watching my nieces and nephews, the massage went, that's with my schedule. So I enrolled in massage.
Wow.
So I still sat on it for like 3 years. I didn't even get a job directly after I got my certification. So I was working at the school then with a self-contained class for sixth, seventh, and eighth graders as an aide. But I was just like really bored. I went from like a field where I actually gave people like social skills, and then now I had to like basically do nothing as an aide. Like you can watch kids like trash the place, and you just have to be like, Johnny, go to the office. You can't restrain them. I went from like restraining people to, you know what I mean?
Right.
To like, Johnny,
Wow.
don't touch that.
Ooh.
Don't pull that boy's hair. You know. so,
Oh man.
so I was like 29 at the time, I believe, at that time. And I was like, you know what? I've never gone anywhere. I've never been out the country. Like, what am I doing with my life? And so I applied. I actually prayed and I fasted for 7 days. And when I pray and fast, it's like really strict. Like, I don't watch TV. I only watch things that like lift my spirit. I don't go on Facebook, social media, anything. I fast from everything.
Right. That's way.
And I only ate like fruits and vegetables. Actually, I think that week was like, maybe I did a water fast. I'm not sure what type of fast I did. But anyway, after that, God opened the doors. And I had a fervor to apply to like different agencies. So I applied to like 3 different airlines and I applied to the cruise ship. So all of them contacted me back. And I'm like, okay, God, now I'm stuck. Because I asked for 1 door to open and you opened 4, and now I'm still stuck. I don't know what to choose. But he was saying, like, whatever you choose, I'll back you up. And a lot of people are waiting to hear from God, and they still sitting and waiting in their place and like doing nothing.
Right.
But you have to put the action and the work in, because that's the only way to really get things done.
The key. When you manifest
So once
you gotta recognize the opportunity when it comes and open and take that door.
Exactly. So once I did that and I, applied and just had faith and, wait to see what happened, everybody called me back. So actually at that time I was working for a celebrity massage therapist, going to New York, massaging people in penthouses and a lot of people that I didn't know with like books in their names. So I was like, you know what I mean? They had grand places. And, so I decided to like go on a cruise ship because I said, you know what, I can always come back and do the celebrity thing. And the airlines, I knew that I had to be dedicated to something. So with the cruise ship, I just felt like that was more up my area. So that's what I chose. And I went for like an 8-hour interview in Maryland. I know.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
So I went for an 8-hour interview and I got a call back to go to Hawaii. So I started putting my information in, getting my TWIC card. But then they changed and said, okay, it'll be easier for you to go to London because they don't ask for all these credentials, you
Right.
know?
Right. Okay.
So that's what I did. And, you know, long story short, I almost got kicked out of the academy first day because I missed curfew. I didn't know about like, you know, what is that called when you can't wake up?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, jet lag. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I had major jet lag. So
Wow.
I couldn't wake up on the hotel bed like this. I was like dead. And I missed curfew at the YMCA. It was like midnight, missed it.
Wow.
And then I missed going to the academy on time the night before because I set 6 alarm clocks and didn't hear one of them.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely
So my first day
major
in the
jet lag.
academy, I was on probation.
Mm. Right from the door. Started out.
Right from the door.
Oh
And
man.
they told us to get like a round trip ticket. And me having faith, I got a one way. Like it's gonna
Ooh.
happen.
Ooh, she flexed the chest. Okay, that's bad. Hey, sometimes that's what it is, though. You gotta have that belief in
Yeah.
yourself because no one else is gonna have it. So having that self belief is major. So I applaud you on that. Very. So going to
Yeah,
now,
so that's why I
yeah.
chose massage therapy.
Wow, interesting story on how it came about. Most people just know, I know I want to do this. That is an excellent roundabout way to get to some place, but it ended up showing that's where you wanted, that's where you needed to be.
Yeah.
So now that you're full fledged, full blown. Explain to me the types of the massages that you do, and some of the benefits, so give people an idea of what it is that you do.
Like I don't have anything scripted or written down, so everything
Oh
is
no, that's good. I like that. You know
coming
that.
from me.
You already know that's me.
So if
I like that better.
I
It
say
comes from
something
the heart.
crazy, make sure you edit it and make me look good, okay?
Absolutely, absolutely.
But yeah, massage in general, let's just say, is a benefit just to get the circulation going. You know, a lot of times when like, things are stagnant and dormant, diseases like breed and can grow in those areas. So massage therapy in general, with just moving the fluids around, getting the lactic acid out of your muscles, so it can flush through your lymphatic system properly after you drink water or juice or whatever you do, organic juice. When I say juice, I mean like from the actual pineapple. And what a lot of people, I ain't talk about like tropical ocean spray,
Exactly. Oh man. Ooh.
So you flush those things out of your system. And so it's basically bringing your body at a place of homeostasis, of balance, because like the earth, everything has to work right in order for the field to be increased or the water to rain upon the earth or whatever, for everything to like work together. So your body is a reflection of the earth.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Beautiful.
So whatever you put into it, that's what you're going to get.
Exactly. That is the law of nature. You get what you put in. So, and me, I was, ladies and gentlemen, I was fortunate enough to be able to have received a massage from her. But one of the things I noticed immediately when I was getting a massage from you is that you actually stretch your clients as you're doing the
Yeah.
massage. And for me, I thought that was extremely beneficial, and it was something that actually helped the massage go a bit smoother. But let me, you explain. Is that something that you always done, or was that something you picked up along the lines when you started doing your massage?
I would say I picked it up along the lines. Everything that I learned, I take a little bit from everything and just put it the way that I feel comfortable and that I feel like I'm creating my story. When I'm massaging, it's an art. So I'm basically telling a story. So everybody's massage is different. I look at it from a psychological point of view. So if someone comes in and say, that, I've been through the process, my parents died or something like that, then I make it more like flowy and make sure it's just like I throw the bad energy out and then like encourage them through massage. So they feel lighter when they leave. They feel encouraged. I don't even have to say a word. My hands say everything. It tells the story. And there's a lot in nonverbal communication, which is how we were communicating first, you know, before all the distractions of like language and all of these came about. And I'm just really non-verbally communicating with everybody and just linking spirits, you know what I mean? Good spirits. But you know, you put that block up for that negative energy.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. That was
But
a beautiful answer.
when I stretch, it's like I learned um everything along the way, and it's a rendition of the Bichelle method, right? Me having a lot of passion within myself already and being a truth-based person, like I can't help but to genuinely help people, right? It's not about money. It's about making people feel good. I'm not taking your $200 or whatever it is, and you just feel like you came in for nothing. I'm putting the best quality of everything in everything that I do, right?
Yep.
From my hair, from my skin, from how I approach people, life in general. So
Beautiful.
the stretches that I've done is I've done like Thai massages, and I've done you know, other stretch classes like, you know, like myofascial classes, and you learn from people along the way. So the best hand massage that I've received, I use.
Mm,
The best leg massage and you know that I received, then I use that within my practice.
nice.
And yeah,
That's
that's what I do. I incorporate everything that I need for that person at that time. So
that's so dope because I tell people that a lot of times, but even though I didn't go to school for psychology, I took psychology classes, and in the end, that actually helps me do what I do better because
right,
people are more so coming in like a lot of them. You have so much issues on. They have emotional issues, or they have thought overthinking. They come in with baggage, and you have to be able to discern what things works best for each person. Whether that's me putting the workout together, you massaging, and but in the end of the day, like you said, it's about making our clients feel better. And it's a genuine thing. It's like not a thing you're just doing for the money because it will show. So when you're doing
right.
it and you're doing it and people genuinely feel comfortable with you, you start hearing that they tell you more things, they speak to you more, they become more trusting of you because they know you're here for their benefit. And that's what I've always appreciated about you. So beautiful.
Absolutely. It's all about building relationships.
Yes, it is. And another thing I'm gonna tell everybody about. I remember, I don't know. Maybe it's a thing that guys do, and when they first come to a female masseuse, they like, oh, is she gonna be able to massage strong enough? I'm gonna tell you guys from experience. I was sitting there like, oh, jumping around. Oh my god. Okay. I don't have nothing to worry about here. I should have known better anyway, because she trains with me. She's a beast when she's in that. When she's in the gym, she's an absolute beast. So I should have known that massage was going to be extremely thorough. So, so did you again with this? Did you actually something that you do as far as strengthening your hands, or again just come from experience?
I was born with strength.
Nice.
You know, it's in my DNA. It's, you know, in my indigenous DNA. You know, some things
Mm,
aren't fair. Some things I just have,
right.
and all I have to do is just maintain what God gave me, from the way that I look to my strength. Um, I picked up my mom when I was 12 years old. She was 200 some pounds. I was like, Mom, I better pick you up. She was like, no, like, you know, you doubt your child. And I just like, let me see. I picked her up, and her feet came off the ground, and she was like, wow.
Right.
She was 200 some pounds. I was 12 years old. So my family, we have a natural strength. Like the sisters, we can all pick up refrigerators, pack it on the van, like whatever. We don't look like it. And people were like, she ain't gonna do nothing. She can eat or whatever. But I'm like, they're surprised every single time.
Absolutely. She has hands too. get some boxing stuff. So she's the total package, everyone. As I was doing my research before we started, and you explained some of it going to London, and you already touched on the whole jet lag, but overall, how was that experience of studying and living abroad? And then you even did it on the cruise ship, so you have a lot of experience of being out of the country, as I had for 18 years living away. What is that experience like?
It was excellent to me. I come from what I consider a background, in poverty, never really traveling anywhere except in the United States for like a church convention. That was our vacation.
Right.
And we've never been out of the country. Well, I know I have never been out of the country. I have a sister and brother. I think they went out of the country like once somewhere. But that experience really opened my eyes. Going into another society, being like Americanized, I had to change a lot of what I was learned and taught over here. Because you go over there and you see somebody in London, and I remember I got on the bus, and then like, an Arab guy was sitting like in the back seat. What we seen in America was like, oh, my first instinct was like, oh man, he may have a bomb. I don't know if you got to edit that out or not.
Nah, but I mean,
but
no,
the mentality,
because we were brainwashed. That's just what it was. We were brainwashed.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I knew then, like, wow, I have to change how I think, because I'm stereotyping somebody because of the link between watching the news all the time. They say anybody like looking like,
A certain way.
Arab or somebody from the Middle East is going to blow you up. So that's why I had to change my mentality. But what I did learn, it was basically a cram course for me. It really taught me how to go into business, and I really didn't know at that time until I left the cruise ship. The whole experience was like breathtaking. I've seen a lot of beautiful places. I felt like God was like kissing me and like saying like, I got you. And just to see the nature, how the world was, and the mountains, and how they all beautifully blended together, and the breeze, and how people treat you. I didn't really feel stereotyped, as indigenous copper colored person,
Right.
or what we call Black people in America.
No, I like the first.
I wasn't
I
really,
like what you use. I keep the indigenous.
yeah.
I love it. Keep it going. You know me already. Keep it going. Yes.
I like to be correct first, and then I give the people how they can understand
Right.
what we've been called.
I don't even do it
You know
because
what
I
I
don't
mean?
even want them use it. Don't even use it. Use the correct way. Nope.
Yeah, no misnomers
There
today.
you go.
Okay.
Right.
So I felt appreciated. I felt beautiful. I felt like people can converse with you without saying, oh, what side of town do you come from? Oh, where? They need to like really place you to see where you socially like qualify, or whatever the proper word is. It was, I don't know how to explain it. It was
No,
what I needed.
yeah, you're doing it. That's exactly what it is. It's your feeling. It's how it comes out. There's no
Yeah.
correct way to explain it. You're explaining it the way you're doing it. That's it.
And I'm a feisty individual, so anytime I was arguing with somebody, it was back in the United States. I'm like, where am I today? Back in Florida, where
Yeah.
people don't appreciate service.
And you can't have a debate without it going somewhere crazy. We don't have to agree on
Exactly.
everything. Yeah, we're not going to agree on everything. That's human nature. You're not going to agree, but can we still speak about it without it becoming some other big thing that's totally unnecessary?
Exactly.
You're never going to learn. We never learn the minute that we want to overtalk the other person. We're not hearing what the other person is saying. You don't have to agree, but you still need to hear it, as far as I'm concerned.
Right. But I came back. I think I had my own culture shock with, being back in America, because I came back like, man, the food tastes terrible. I was like, it's not fresh. I walk in a restaurant, I walk back out like, oh my gosh, the ingredients don't smell like it's fresh at all.
Absolutely.
And I never exercised then, but I was 135 pounds with eating Snicker bars and things that weren't even right for me, you know. But so it showed me like what people put in their food in here in America. You can eat something really healthy, but still it's not as good as the all natural foods a lot of times from different countries that they outlaw a lot of the ingredients that they can put in preservatives in the food. But we put too many preservatives in the food. We downgrade the food. It's really low quality. Even like fruits sometimes that you eat, like it's if it's grown in America, a lot of times the soil doesn't enrich it. The soil doesn't give it a lot of minerals.
They've done too much to it, with all of the pollution that goes right into the ground, and it just distorts everything you're doing. Unless you're, someone who has your own farm and you can recreate the proper soil, then you're almost taking a chance at all the time anyway. So,
Right.
uh,
So that going back to the basics, I think that was like the most important lesson for me. And that kind of really shaped me to like change the way that I was eating, change that I was doing business or doing things because at that time I didn't have it. But it was changing my mentality to be business minded and to take advantage of my own um, lifestyle, my own, what is that called? Future,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, your lifestyle, your way of life, yeah, definitely. And they're hearing that, and notice that you have that entrepreneurial spirit in you, starting your own business that's doing very well. What would you say is you? I mean, you touched on it pretty much, but you touched on some of it. But the difference between having your own business and then when you were working for people, whether that was on the boat or whether I think the space over New York you're talking about. What is one of the better business?
Oh man, you know how to ask the questions. Working for people, I can never see myself working for people again. Once you're out on your own, like how can you mentally get back into a place where you're relying on someone else to like delegate tasks and all that for you, right? Um, and a lot of people put their ego in their work, right? So if they're like your manager or supervisor, they just tell you to do things, hey, pick up the trash or whatever, just because, even if it's not within your scope of work. So I always like, I felt like I always got fired. Because I was always like standing up for myself. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be treated like this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I always follow directions. So if you tell me to be here at this post, I am there like every day. But somebody else that I don't know could tell me, oh, you can't stand there. I'm like, my manager tells me to stand there, but it was like the manager's manager that was telling me not to do it. And I didn't know at the time.
Nice.
So a lot of my jobs I left or either got fired. Um, but actually my longest job that I've ever had was working for myself. I can create my own atmosphere. I create my own destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is the way that I want it to be, which is like love, encouragement, you know, the way that I thrive the most and my spirit resonates with
Nice.
just helping people. That's really cathartic for me.
And yep, people don't realize. I mean, you're going to work regardless, but it's nothing like working, doing something that you enjoy, you love to do, because then it doesn't even feel so much like work. You have your moments, but you're happy, you're helping people out. It just brings such a good aura and energy around you, and you project it to
Absolutely.
people, and then it comes back to you as well. So, it's really about that law of attraction. The way you think
Right.
is what's going to come back to you. So,
Right. And then my gifts were in my hand. I didn't even know it was a gift. And I know the scripture says like your gifts will make room for you. So whatever you're doing or born with, like the psychology mentality that I had and working with my hands, I blend it together and use it within my practice naturally.
right.
So when people come back, they don't even know why they're coming back. You know, they just know that I've never experienced anything like whatever this is.
Right. Absolutely. Oh man, so it's always such a pleasure. And for people that who been around me and you been around you, you know, you see we're really into the natural way of doing things, the holistic way of life. I mean, because it's just so much out there. And one thing I encourage everyone now, just read as much as you can. I mean, before you put anything in your body, read the labels, read the ingredients going in, do a little bit of research. I know some people don't want to research, but it's definitely for your benefit if you just get out there sometimes and take charge and pay attention to what it is that you're putting inside your body. So
Right.
before we get out of here, I want to tell everyone how to find you, your website, your social medias, etc. Any information you want to give, because I want to make sure people get to come in to see you and get that massage and be better at taking care of yourself. So give me your info for all of the people.
Right. So you can find me online at www.theitgirlmassagetherapy.com. And you can find the contact information there. You can book your massage online. Um, and on social media, I'm really not on social media. I do have like platforms on social media, but I haven't posted in like 3 years. But you can find it's It Girl Massage Therapy on Instagram, and the It Girl Massage Therapy on Facebook. You can go like me there. Um, and yeah, you can find me there.
Okay. Well, I'll also post the, you know, the website and you know under there once I put the video up, so everything will be there for people as well. And again, I want to thank you for coming through and sharing your knowledge and sharing what it is that you do with us today. And hope you have a great day, great weekend, and you know we will catch up soon. So thanks everyone for tuning in to the Weapon H All in One podcast. I'll see you guys next time.